Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to show you how I stay productive but still maintain my sanity and my happiness. Being productive is still a priority for me, but it doesn't control all facets of my life. So in this video, I'm going to show you my new balanced approach on how I get everything I want done. And a portion of this video was sponsored by Grammarly. So every workday begins with me moving my body. I'll squeeze in at least 20 minutes of exercise. It's so true when they say that your mind and body are connected, because after a workout, my mind feels sharper and more alert. If you want energy for your brain, you gotta take care of your body. So I feel invigorated after my morning routine, and now I'm ready for my workday to begin. Thank you to Grammarly for sponsoring this portion of the video. So I'll start off the day with checking emails. And since my email is one of my lifelines for my work, from delegating, scheduling, communicating, all that jazz, I want to make sure I sound as polished as possible. So I'm not proud of this, but as I've gotten older, my grammar and my punctuation has just gotten worse. Like, it's degrading by the year, but Grammarly has saved me from so many situations by double checking my work to make sure that the spelling's on point, the grammar's on point, and the punctuation. It also checks your writing tone and clarity and so much more. Truly, every working professional should have Grammarly in their life. Grammarly is just like your own digital writing assistant. So I'm in front of my computer and I'm about to write my weekly email that I need to send out. So the first run through, I will just type blindly. I don't check for grammar or spelling or anything. But afterwards, I check my work using Grammarly Premium. So as you can see, there's a bunch of little underlines everywhere. So the green underlines are vocabulary suggestions. The blue underlines are clarity suggestions. The purple underlines are formality suggestions. Then lastly, they have the tone detector, which is on Gmail. You should 100% try Grammarly for free today. It's so easy to install. It's available as a browser extension on Chrome, Safari, and Firefox, and it works on platforms like Gmail, Google Docs, and so much more. After you install Grammarly, you're gonna love it so much, so you might as well use my link to get 20% off Grammarly Premium. This is gonna unlock all those cool benefits like vocabulary suggestions, clarity suggestions, and so much more that's gonna help you improve your writing. Thank you so much, Grammarly, for sponsoring that portion of the video. And now let's get back to work. So now that emails are out of the way, I wanna focus on my daily highlight. So I learned this technique from the productivity book called Make Time. So your highlight of the day is the main task that you need to complete that particular day. So there are 3 categories on how you can choose your highlight. So first up, we've got urgency. So this is like the most pressing thing that you have to do, that you must absolutely complete today. So for example, a lot of mine are usually like writing a treatment or filming a video, editing a video, all that jazz. The second category is satisfaction. Now, these are the tasks that are gonna make you feel satisfied and fulfilled. This is really focusing on what you truly want to do. So for me, this would usually be like finding inspiration or even like planning a baby moon. That's like the next thing on my list. And the last category is joy. Now this is really for the weekends or like days off. This highlight is just focusing on what's gonna bring you the most joy. So this could be like spending time with your family, hanging out with your friends, finishing that book that you've always wanted to do. But since today is a work day, I am selecting something from the urgency category, which is to film this video. And after I finish my highlight of the day, I feel this huge wave of peace and satisfaction knowing that I've completed like the biggest thing I need to do all day. Like, you'd think that you'd feel more empowered by ticking off as many little things that you need to do in a day, but the reality is you just feel more exhausted because the to-do list is infinite. Like, it never ends. Like, after you complete 5, there's like 15 more you can add onto the list. Just focusing on one highlight of the day, it tells your brain when to stop and just like relax and recharge. And I would rather complete one huge thing every single day than a bunch of like small little tasks that I didn't really need to prioritize. But the truth is, I still need to have a to-do list, but it just looks a little bit differently. So this is what I call the pool. This is just an area where I jot down every little thing that I need to do, but I don't assign it a day yet. I just need somewhere to write these tasks down so that way I just don't forget. So in this pool, these are the tasks that I need to do at some point in the week or later on in the month. When I'm sitting down and I'm planning my day, which is usually the night before, I'll look through my pool of tasks and then I'll select which task I can reasonably do that day. And usually this list is on my bullet journal, but you can have it on sticky notes, you could have it as a reminder on your phone, just anywhere where you can see it. So now that you have your highlight of the day and the tasks that you have committed to, it is time to schedule them. So I like to keep 3 tactics in mind when I'm doing this. The first thing is you want to estimate how long each task is gonna take you. Then you wanna think about a time on when you're gonna do it. And then lastly, add it to your calendar. Now I'm telling you, this is a foolproof method on getting everything you wanna get done because it actually keeps you accountable. So I use 2 things. I use my iCal and I use my bullet journal. So my calendar app is my overview for everything. I love that I can see like a comprehensive view of what I'm gonna do that month. And then lastly, I've got my bullet journal. Now this is just like an extra additional step that I do, completely not necessary. I could probably just get by just doing the calendar app, but there's something about writing down my task that is very centering to me. It also just helps me mentally prepare for the next day ahead. Time blocking is incredible because it confronts the trade-offs on how exactly you spend your time. So on this particular day, my highlight is to send the rough cut to my editor. So I like to schedule my highlight when my energy is at its peak and when my focus is the most like lasered. So this is different for everyone, but my optimal time is 10:30 a.m. all the way up to 12 p.m. This is after I've done my morning routine, I've had my tea, I've answered back my emails. There are literally no distractions at this point, and I just feel freaking ready and pumped to tackle my highlight. I personally love to time block because I hate when I have to switch from activity to activity. Like before I thought like, oh, I'm just multitasking, but it's really not. It's nothing but a distraction really. And each time you switch, there is a switching cost in your brain. When you're going from one task to another, your brain has to reload a whole different set of rules and information, and this boot up cost can probably take around a couple of minutes, but if it's like a really complex task, it can take a couple of hours. And I just don't want to deal with that. So I just like to really laser in on my focus on one task at a time. And I find that it really boosts my productivity. The fact that we have like an infinite abyss of entertainment just right in our back pocket is just very unsettling. So I wanted to give you guys a couple of tips on how I like to focus. So my first tip is to keep your phone out of the room. If you can't keep it out of the room, put it in a drawer somewhere where you can't see it. Like I've noticed that even when I look at my phone to check the time, if I have a notification, it is so freaking hard for me to not check it. And then I'll look at the notification and then 20 minutes is gone. I've noticed that if people really need to reach me, they'll either text me and then that text will come up on my computer. So my next tip might be a little controversial, which is to not read the news until you're ready. News is extremely overstimulating. I mean, that's like what the headlines do. They're meant to make you outraged or anxious, like that's how they get clicks. I find that true breaking news will find its way to you. So don't feel like, oh, if I don't check the news, I'm just not gonna know what's going on. To be honest, it can wait. And when you're just drowning in an endless stream of negative information and sad stories, like it absolutely has an effect on your mental health and your focus as well. So I would recommend just having specific times on when you check the news. My last tip is to get a physical timer. Now this is my time timer and I have been raving about this since like my college days. This has been the best method for me to really focus, and it's because it makes time visible. So when I'm about to time block, I'll usually do 45-minute increments. Before 45, it was 20 because that's like a little bit more friendly. But as you can see, you drag it out and it's just bright red. It's like in your face. It's like telling you to focus. And when this time timer is on, all I'm allowed to do is the task in front of me. And once I get my flow, I don't even realize that the timer has gone out. So once I've finished my highlight and the tasks that I committed that day, I don't dare to add anything more. Like I am done. If I finish early, we're good. Like I am relaxing. Before I would really get under the trap of like, ooh, like if I finished early, I can squeeze in one more thing, this one last email. But honestly, recharging is so important. Like working overtime is like driving a car with no gas. Like you don't have anything left. So you have to refuel at some point. I've just really learned how important it is to create boundaries with my work and my personal life. Since I also work from home and I live here, I have to put on these strict timelines to maintain my mental health. Like after 5:30 or 6 p.m., like I am done. Like I turn off the MacBook, I don't look at my emails, I even put my phone on do not disturb mode. Like if something is freaking urgent, someone will call me or text me. Anything else can honestly wait. This is the time where I really wind down and I recharge and I center myself for the next day. I would much rather just always be at peak performance when I'm working than just like chugging along with an empty tank. I really wanted to explain how important it is to just have like a centered life. Like productivity and being super efficient isn't supposed to be like the holy grail. I think relishing your life is also extremely important, and finding that balance is key. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.